दे कोल ना ते नेतृत्व है, पप्पू प्रधानमंत्री है कांग्रेस। मजबूर प्रधानमंत्री ईमानदार नहीं हो सकता। मैंने तो शक है सरदार भी है कि नहीं है।
ये सरदार ललकारता है नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी तुम्हें।
ओ कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी की, वो तो आर्मी के कैप्टन है भाई। मेरा कैप्टन राहुल गांधी साहब है।
न खाऊंगा न खाने दूंगा।
Born in Patiala, Punjab, Navjot Sidhu is the son of Sardar Bhagwant Singh, a decent cricket player who dreamt to see his son as a top-class cricketer. Sidhu made his first-class debut for Punjab in November 1981 in Amritsar. He earned his India call-up in November 1983 after he scored 122 runs for the North Zone, playing against the lethal West Indies team of that time. However, things didn't turn out as he would have hoped for, as he was dropped from the team after playing just 2 test matches. Sidhu was recalled to the national team only 4 years later for the 1987 World Cup. And that marked the onset of the era of Navjot Singh Sidhu, the star batter. He became the first player to record 4 consecutive half-centuries on debut in ODIs. He finished the tournament scoring 350s in 4 innings, aggregating to 179 runs and was named man of the tournament. Thereafter, he made his name in Test cricket as well, scoring a plethora of runs. Rajan Bala, a noted cricket columnist of the time, who had called Sidhu the strokeless wonder in 1983, was forced now to write an article titled Sidhu from Strokeless Wonder to a Palm Grove Hitter, applauding his performance.
One of his very best hundreds for India. He has put his heart and soul into this game, all class.
What came as a surprise to cricket fans was his withdrawal from the 1996 tour of England, citing differences with Captain Mohammad Azharuddin. He announced his retirement from all forms of cricket in December 1999. He played 51 test matches and over 100 ODIs, scoring over 7,000 international runs. He scored 27 first-class centuries in an 18-year career. Some of the nicknames he earned were Sixer Sidhu for his prolific batting performances and Jaunty Singh with respect to his improved fielding in his late career, Jaunty Rhodes being the best fielder at that time. He started his second innings with television, appearing as a cricket commentator and as a judge on comedy shows. In 2004, he decided to make the plunge from television to politics, a decision that shocked many. This was mainly because he was a hugely popular and successful cricket commentator, being potent in Punjabi, Hindi, English and Urdu. Though originally from Patiala, Sidhu chose to contest the 2004 Lok Sabha elections from the Amritsar seat on a BJP ticket. The BJP was the party in power at that time, and Sidhu's campaign was closely monitored, managed and supported by Sukhbir Badal, leader of the BJP's oldest ally, the Shiromani Akali Dal, a person he would later lock horns with. Sidhu won the Amritsar seat by a huge margin of 110,000 votes. However, he had to resign from the seat in 2006 when a case of homicide was reopened against him. He came back to fight the by-elections in 2007 after being granted bail, which he won again with a comfortable majority of 77,000 votes. He was re-elected to the 2009 Lok Sabha from the Amritsar seat, this time winning by a margin of just about 6,500 votes. He was now a 3-time MP, a feat very few have been able to achieve. Sidhu had gained the trust of the BJP leadership and was now being deemed a star campaigner owing to his excellent oratory skills.
कांग्रेस दे कोल ना ते नेतृत्व है, पप्पू प्रधानमंत्री है कांग्रेस का। मजबूर प्रधानमंत्री ईमानदार नहीं हो सकता। मैंने तो शक है सरदार भी है कि नहीं है। सरदार होवे ना होवे, असरदार बिल्कुल नहीं है। ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵਿਅਰਥ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰੀ ਨੇ।
He entered the TV show Big Boss in 2012 but left soon after as he was called by his party to campaign for their then Gujarat CM Narendra Modi prior to the 2012 Gujarat Vidhan Sabha elections.
कि जिस तरह आग के ढेरों को कोई खा नहीं सकता, पृथ्वी को ऊंचा उठा नहीं सकता, सागर को जैसे कोई सुखा नहीं सकता, पर्वत हिमालय जैसे कोई हिला नहीं सकता, सूर्य को फूंक मार बुझा नहीं सकता, उसी तरह आने वाली 10 शताब्दियों तक नरेंद्र भाई मोदी के कर्मों को कोई दबा नहीं सकता, कोई मिटा नहीं सकता।
He soon became the blue-eyed boy of Arun Jaitley and PM candidate Narendra Modi. Things were going perfectly fine for him in the BJP up until 2013-14 in the run-up to the 2014 general elections when he donned the role of a whistleblower within the NDA, accusing the then Punjab government led by the NDA of corruption.
ਤੇ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੀ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਟਰਾਂਸਪੋਰਟ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ 350 ਜਾਂ 400 ਕਰੋੜ ਦੇ ਘਾਟੇ 'ਚ ਹੈ।
This was not taken well by the Shiromani Akali Dal, especially the Punjab Chief Minister Parkash Singh Badal, who demanded Sidhu's expulsion from the Amritsar seat. They warned the BJP of breaking the alliance on that seat and announcing a separate Shiromani Akali Dal candidate against Sidhu. This shook the BJP, who were hoping to form the central government this time after being in opposition for a decade. After discussions with the Akali Dal, BJP stalwart Arun Jaitley decided to contest from the Amritsar seat and the party offered an option of 3 other seats for Sidhu to contest from. Sidhu was quoted firmly stating, "Amritsar is the place where my work and action speaks for itself. Since I started contesting elections from this holy place, I have promised myself never to abandon this place. Either I will contest from Amritsar or else I won't contest elections at all." Meanwhile, the Congress played a very smart political move of fielding Captain Amarinder Singh, the party's tallest face in stature, from the Amritsar seat. This left the BJP stunned as Captain defeated Jaitley by more than 1 lakh votes. Sidhu maintained political silence during this time, but it was clear that he was extremely unhappy and dejected. The BJP nominated him to the Rajya Sabha in April 2016, but he resigned in July 2016 and was on the lookout for alternatives. He was reported to be in talks with the Aam Aadmi Party, who were desperately trying to enter and gain ground in Punjab, but it didn't work out. He then joined the Congress in 2017, shortly before the Punjab Vidhan Sabha polls.
दोस्तों, I'm a born congressman. I'm a born congressman. I've just come back to my roots.
Contested and won the Amritsar East seat by a huge margin of about 43,000 votes. He was expected to be announced as the Deputy Chief Minister, but that didn't happen. Sidhu, however, accepted his deputation without any fuss, as Captain Amarinder Singh had announced that this would be his last election, and Sidhu considered himself to be the CM in waiting. Sidhu now began to attack his former party vociferously on all issues
कि सरदार ललकारता है नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी तुम्हें,
and started growing closer to the Gandhis. It was 2018 when he attended Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan's swearing-in ceremony in Pakistan, a move criticized by many. He also hugged the Pakistan Army Chief, which angered the Indian public. These actions of his impacted the Congress's performance in the Lok Sabha polls of 2019 when they were reduced to less than 10% of the seats in the Lok Sabha. His constant attacks on Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amarinder Singh again earned him the tag of the whistleblower and opposition within the government.
क्या बात कर रहे हो यार? कौन से कैप्टन की बात कर रहे हो यार? ओ, कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जी की, वो तो आर्मी के कैप्टन है भाई। मेरा कैप्टन राहुल गांधी साहब है।
He resigned from the Punjab cabinet in June 2019, a move many believed to be the end of Sherry, as he is unofficially known in active politics. It was 2021 when his name again started making the rounds on news channels, now as a potential Aam Aadmi Party CM face for Punjab. However, with the elections being just about 8 months away and no clear signal from either the Aam Aadmi Party or Sidhu, it seemed like Sidhu would stay with the Congress. The Congress High Command put an end to all speculations when they appointed Sidhu as their PCC Chief for Punjab. He once again began attacking the Punjab Congress government, which eventually led to the resignation of Captain Singh as Chief Minister. While many, including Sidhu himself, believed that his time had come, the Congress High Command announced Charanjit Singh Channi, a Sikh from the Dalit community, as the next Punjab CM.
मैं चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी ईश्वर ਦੀ ਸਹੁੰ ਚੁੱਕਦਾ ਹਾਂ.
This was seen as a political masterstroke by many, as he was the first ever Dalit Chief Minister of the state, and about 32% of the state's population hailed from that community. Channi was a surprise name for all, and critics questioned if he was made a CM only up till the elections. While Channi started to make public appearances and also give interviews, Sidhu remained silent. All speculations were put to rest on 6th February 2022 when Rahul Gandhi officially announced Channi as their Chief Minister face.
मुश्किल डिसीजन था, आपने आसान बना दिया. पंजाब के चीफ मिनिस्टरियल कैंडिडेट चरणजीत सिंह चन्नी जी.
It will now be interesting to see how the Punjab polls pan out and what's next for Sherry Paji. Stay with us for more on Punjab elections. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe and share.